My name is Helen Morgan. I am 73 years old. And I never imagined my own family would try to convince the world I was mentally unstable just because I stopped paying for their life. It started when my son, David, lost his job. At first, it was normal support. Mom, just until I find something new. Mom, we'll manage for a few months. Mom, don't worry, it's temporary. So I helped. Rent, bills, credit cards, groceries. Then his wife, Amanda, joined in. And somehow my help became their system. At first, I didn't notice the pattern. But then I realized something painful. They never asked how I was doing, only how much I could send. One evening, I came home early. The living room light was on. Voices inside. Amanda was laughing. She really thinks we're struggling. It's honestly easy money. David replied, just keep her calm. As long as she trusts us, everything stays fine. Then Amanda said something I will never forget. When she's gone, we'll finally be secure.
Gone.
Not old. Not resting.
Gone.
I stood outside my own door, holding grocery bags, realizing something terrifying. I wasn't part of their future. I was an obstacle in it. That night, I checked everything. $49,500 transferred in just over 2 years. My retirement savings shrinking quietly. My trust being rewritten in their favor. The next morning, I said it clearly. No more money. David didn't even look surprised. Just irritated. What do you mean no more? Amanda answered for him. Helen, don't make this harder than it is. Harder. Because I refuse to be used. 3 days later, a man arrived at my house. Mrs. Morgan?
I'm Dr. Evans.
Family wellness consultant. David and Amanda stood behind him. Amanda smiled gently. We're worried about you, Helen. You've been forgetful. I frowned. Forgetful about what? David stepped forward. You've been changing decisions. You're not stable like before. Not stable, because I stopped funding them. Dr. Evans opened a file. May need to evaluate your mental capacity. I stared at him, then at my son, and said quietly, you want to evaluate my mind because I stopped paying your bills? Silence. That silence told me everything. That night I called my lawyer, Mr. Richard Hale. He arrived the next morning. After reviewing everything, he said, this is financial exploitation. Plain and simple. Within a week, things escalated. David filed for guardianship. My own son, claiming I was mentally declining. Amanda submitted statements about my confusion. Even a neighbor I barely knew signed papers about my behavior. Behavior like protecting my own money.
Court day came.
David looked confident. Amanda played the role of concerned daughter-in-law. Their lawyer spoke first. Your Honor, Mrs. Morgan has shown signs of cognitive decline. Every sentence was designed to turn independence into illness. Then David testified. She forgets things. She isolates herself. She refuses help. Refuses help. Because I refused control. Then it was my turn. I stood up. And for the first time, I wasn't afraid of losing their approval. Because I had already lost something more important. My illusion. I am not confused, I said clearly. I am finally aware. My lawyer presented everything. Bank records. Transfer history. Access attempts. $49,500. 2 years. A pattern, not care.
Dependency.
The judge looked up. Who benefited from these funds? My lawyer answered. The petitioner and his spouse. Amanda tried to respond quickly. We were just managing family finances. The judge cut her off. Without consent. Silence. David looked at me then. Not angry. Not confident. Just exposed. Mom, we didn't think it would go this far. I nodded slowly. But you were okay as long as I didn't stop it. The court ruling came. No evidence of mental incompetence. Guardianship denied. Case dismissed. Outside the courthouse, Amanda whispered, this isn't over. I looked at her calmly. It already is. I moved out 2 months later. Smaller home. Larger peace. No shared finances. No silent control. No emotional debt disguised as family. David still calls, sometimes. But now I don't answer out of habit. I answer out of choice. Because I learned something too late. When people call you unstable the moment you set boundaries, they were never worried about your mind. They were worried about your money.
And now?
I am not their safety net. I am my own life.